Atom weights will take center stage on UFC Fight Pass on Saturday evening as the bully Amber Brown takes on my guest, Ashley Cummins, joining us here in Kansas City. It's been a little while since we've seen you inside the Invicta FC cage. Welcome back.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been, I think, 2 years.
What's it been like? I know you got the Bellator fights out of the way in between that time. How much have you grown as a fighter since we last saw you in the cage?
Oh, man, I'm a completely different person now. The past 2 years since I've been with Invicta, haven't taken any time off. Been in the gym every day since then, and I'm with a new gym now that I've been with for almost 2 years, and I've grown so much the past 2 years, especially with this new gym I'm at.
Yeah, I think a lot of people obviously realize the difference between a new gym, but they don't understand, like, not only training does it make a difference, but just the overall feel of being around different personalities. Sometimes it can change your personality, even your fight personality. Do you feel that your personality and who you are as a person has changed at all with a new team?
I think with this new team, I'm also more confident going into my fights. The training is the best I've ever had in 10 years in the sport. I wish I would have started at this gym from the beginning. And I'm also at a new weight, so I think that also helps with my confidence going into this fight because I feel a lot stronger and faster at the lower weight.
Now let's talk about the weight. I mean, moving down to 105 pounds, you have the opportunity to make a big splash, taking on a former title challenger in Amber Brown, who had a valiant effort against Ayaka Hamasaki last year. But, I mean, this is a fight. I know that Brown is coming off a loss to Ashley Yoder at 115, but a win over Amber Brown, I mean, I can't think of a better way for you to, launch the second run here at Invicta. Do you feel that if you get this win, it puts you right in contention for potentially a title fight?
I mean, yeah, Amber's one of the top 105ers with Invicta. When against her is huge. Put my name out there in the 105-pound division, but I honestly feel at 105, no one can beat me at this weight. I think I'm one of the top 105ers in the world, and this Saturday I'm going to prove that.
When the name Amber Brown came across the desk, the phone line, the email, whatever way it got to you, what were your initial thoughts on that name, an established former title challenger?
I honestly didn't know anything about her at the time. I'm so busy with work and training, I don't really follow women's MMA or MMA in general that much, but I just said yes right away to the opportunity to come back to Invicta.
I think in a roundabout way, because some people might think, oh, it's weird, you're a main factor, a player in this sport, and maybe you don't watch it all the time. That's actually a lot more common than some people think, and to a certain extent, I think it can actually be almost beneficial. Some people allow the stature of a fighter to sort of get in their head, and it makes them, I mean, it's always important to respect your opponent, but sometimes you put them on a pedestal above yourself, and that's not okay when you're competing against those people. Do you think it's good that you aren't, basically eating up every piece of MMA news and getting caught up in just the daily grind of MMA, and that it's still something that you do, but it's different. It's not like fandom for you?
Yeah, I mean, that's always been a huge part of, my training. When I have a fight coming up, I don't study my opponent, especially this training camp. I haven't watched any video on Amber. My coaches did that for me. They told me, what to look out for, her strengths and her weaknesses. We came up with a game plan, and I didn't have to sit behind the computer and look her up and look at video and get stressed. I just had them do it for me. I have a great coaching staff behind me, and that's what they've done for me in my last 3 fights, and it's a lot of less stress off my shoulders not having to worry about studying my opponent.
So you're all for a game plan, but one that your coach makes for you. You're not the one that's taking down notes and doing the scouting.
Yes, I am 100% confident in my coaching staff. I let them do all that for me.
And I think the most sort of underrated and overlooked thing about a team and a coaching staff is not only the game plan that they put together in the gym, but the game plan that they call upon and make adjustments to over the course of a 15-minute fight. Do you feel that your corner is the right group of people to sort of take notes and make those adjustments should this be a pretty tough fight?
Absolutely. I mean, in the past with past teams I've had, I wasn't 100%, confident in my coaching staff, and I finally am with a gym where I am, and I know that they're behind me, and they're gonna call out the right instructions during the fight, and I have a great game plan behind me, and I'm very confident with me and my team that I'm gonna have my hand raised at the end of this fight.
When you look at Amber Brown, her nickname is the Bully. I don't even know if you're aware of that nickname. She likes to bully her opponents. What do you think her style is going to be like against yours? I mean, have they sort of forewarned you what she's going to try to bring to the cage and how she's going to try to bring it?
Yeah, I mean, obviously she's tough. You know, she fights for Invicta. Anyone that fights for Invicta is tough. But I'm a very well-rounded fighter, and I'm tough as well. And no one bullies me in the cage. No one bullied me at 115 pounds, and no one's going to bully me at 105 pounds.
A very confident Ashley Cummins joining us here as we give you all access to Invicta FC 22 this Saturday night on UFC Fight Pass. In closing here, you mentioned you're working a lot. You're still a police officer?
Yes, I'm still a police officer in St. Louis.
What is that like? I mean, that is interesting times in these, in this country, especially in that region of this country. How is it waking up every day and going in and protecting and serving?
I mean, I love my job of being a police officer. You know, a lot of people say, like, would you ever give it up and just train full time, even if you made the big bucks in MMA? And I say no. Like, I love going into work every day and trying to make a difference and make, you know, St. Louis safer. So I love my police career and I love my MMA career, and I love how I'm able to do both.
Are you able to get a core group of friends and family out to this fight from St. Louis?
Yeah, I sold over 40 tickets, so there's going to be a lot of Smashley fans
That's
in
great.
the stands. Yeah.
I love it. Excited to see it happen. Of course, Saturday night, Scottish Rite Temple. If you're in the area, tickets are available through Ticketfly. And, of course, you can watch it live and free on UFC Fight Pass. Ashley, appreciate the time, and best of luck on Saturday.
Thank you. I appreciate it.